When it comes to politicians running for office, there are often a lot of catchphrases and snarky comments, but seldom any real substance. Remember this lady from back in the day?
Where's the beef?
Some hamburger places give you a lot less beef on a lot of bun.
Where's the beef?
Well, when it comes to my campaign, the beef isn't hard to find, and it's not a plant-based imitation. Welcome to the first in a multi-part series I call Moments with Missick. In each episode, I will lay out in detail my policy positions and ideas. You are deciding who can best represent you in the Senate, and you have a right to know. According to the American Council of Engineering Companies, New York's transportation infrastructure is in dire need of investment. 2,169 of its 17,420 bridges are considered structurally deficient, while 4,718 bridges are functionally obsolete. Additionally, 60% of New York's major roads are in poor or mediocre condition. In addition to commercial losses, crashes and traffic issues related to poor road conditions cost New Yorkers $19.5 billion each year, more than $1,000 per resident, in medical expenses, lost productivity, insurance, and legal expenses. And it isn't just transportation infrastructure. We must build more robust infrastructure in everything from wastewater management, as climate change may result in greater flooding, and harden, improve, and extend our electrical transmission lines. COVID-19 was a wake-up call to address and prepare for major problems in the future, while we still have time today. We know the risks we face, and if we do not develop the infrastructure to combat these risks, we'll merely continue to fumble from crisis to crisis. Fundamentally, infrastructure is the baseline from which we reinvigorate economic growth. It improves our ability to build and attract new businesses in nearly every sector. How do we change this? We need a major investment. But wait, you say, where are we going to get the money? We have a multi-billion-dollar deficit and some of the highest taxes in America. A big part of the answer is to defund Hollywood. Each year, New York State provides almost $500 million in handouts to Hollywood. That doesn't help our economy or our people. I would end that program and transfer all the money to fund infrastructure improvements for our state. But that's not all. This is how we do it. $425 million from the Hollywood tax credit, $425 million in private investment, and a $3 billion Infrastructure Bond Act next year and every 10 years thereafter. My plan would target all of this money to financially distressed areas, defined as those communities with a high vacancy rate and sluggish economies. According to the Federal Highway Administration, every billion in investment will create 27,000 new jobs. So if we make this investment in ourselves, we can realistically create 81,000 jobs in economically disadvantaged parts of New York State. I would administer all this through a state infrastructure bank, made up of both government and private sector appointees. This is important since we cannot allow political corruption to impact these decisions, and we need to ensure that these vital infrastructure projects are not hijacked by politicians that merely want to direct these resources to the general fund. This is all part of my economic empowerment program for upstate New York that I call RISE, Realigned Infrastructure Savings Enterprise. More about this in future episodes. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me today. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. Until next time, I'm Missick, and I want to be your senator. Excelsior.